Hey guys, so for today's video, I'm really excited about this. I did a full face using only drugstore prom look. Basically, I just did this prom look using only drugstore makeup, or affordable makeup basically. I want to make this video for anyone who's not used to wearing makeup on an everyday basis, who doesn't really know a lot about makeup, and they, because I have a lot of friends that are like going to my prom, for example, and like they are doing their own makeup for prom, but they don't really know what to do, and they're always asking me like, oh, what shadow should I use, what's a cheap foundation I could wear, and like they always ask me all these questions. So I just was thinking like there's probably a lot of people that are like that. I was gonna film like a dramatic cut crease prom look, but I was like, let me just do this so I could just help anyone out who's looking for a really simple but still full face look. So I really like how this came out. I used only drugstore makeup, which was kind of really hard for me because I didn't have a lot of drugstore palettes. So if you're looking for a very affordable, simple, I would say this is simple because I only used like 4 shadows for the eyes, and like I use literally like the same products for a lot of things. So yeah, if you want to see how I get a really simple, natural, easy prom look, keep on watching. I already did my brows off camera, and I used the Maybelline Studio Finish Precisely Brow Pencil thing. This is only like $8 or $9, I believe. Just fill my brows in really naturally with that. I used the Essence Make Me Brow Gel. First we're gonna prime. Now we're gonna use the same concealer I'm using on my face. This is the Better Skin by Maybelline. You definitely want to prime. Even if you don't have oily lids, you should still prime, just because it keeps everything in like all day, and you definitely want that for like the whole night. And if you do have oily lids, this is gonna like keep them from like getting oily throughout the night. Okay, and then to set that, I'm gonna use this Essence palette. All my palettes are so freaking dirty from my baking powder, so I apologize for that. Ow. I can't open things. You want to use a cream or white brow, a creamy or white powder to set your brow, to set the primer. I can't talk. I go for the matte one just because I like matte. This is gonna give us a nice base to work with, and I also go all the way up to the brow bone again just to give it a natural highlight. I don't really have a lot of drugstore eye palettes like at all, because I'm like so used to like using like my high-end ones. Like since Christmas I just been using my Modern Renaissance, my Too Faced palettes, so I haven't really bought a drugstore palette in like a long time. So I'm just gonna be using a lot of like single stuff and like palettes I do have and make it work, because I really want to like stick to using only drugstore. I didn't really want to touch any other expensive palette. So we're gonna start with, and actually it's a blush palette. This is the e.l.f. one. Ow, okay. And you could use, honestly, just save money and use like blush palettes or like bronzer palettes. For shadow it works the same way. So, but anyway, I'm just gonna use this orange shade using my Real Techniques big blending brush. And this is gonna be our transition color. Okay, now that that's done, we're gonna go in with my Wet n Wild crease brush, I think this is. I'm gonna go in with this Maybelline single shadow in Cool Cocoa, and it's just a really nice, I don't know, like medium tone brown, and it has shimmers in it, but when you start blending it in your crease, there's no shimmers at all. And we're gonna go right under that orange. That's just gonna give it more definition. Going back in again, be very light-handed with this because it could get very muddy really easily. So I'm gonna take this other, again, so freaking dirty, this other Maybelline shadow. Now this one, I hate this. When you open these single shadows, the like tag comes off with the name on it. So like this one you could just see the name, like I just made it, but this one didn't make it, so I have no idea what this color is called. But it's just like basically a black with like pink sparkles in it. But again, like those pink sparkles do not come up on your lid at all. I'm gonna take an e.l.f. angled brush. You want something very thin for this. Again, with black, you gotta be careful because if you add too much, you can't take it away. But you go a little at a time, you can always add more. So I'm gonna take this and literally just swoop it very lightly in the outer V. And then when you tap it, you could just start blending it. As soon as it starts getting messy, we can go back to the crease brush and just blend it. Just like that. And then even go over it with this brush. Oh my god, my dog just opened the door. Faye, get out! Get out! Now for the lid. Now with the lid, I recommend glitter, obviously, because it's prom and you're gonna want, you know, some sparkle. But if you don't, you can honestly just do on a matte shade, or just leave this and go on with it. But when it comes to glitter, if like you're not really used to wearing makeup or whatever, I don't recommend using a loose glitter, because then you gotta get glitter glue and it's a big process. So I think the best option is ColourPop shadows, because they're just so pretty, so nicely. Like when the light hits it, it's just so nice. Like look at that. So they have so many like shadows, so many different colors. So with this, honestly, it depends on your dress. If you're wearing like a black dress, you could do what I'm about to do, because black will go with anything. But maybe if you're wearing like a gold or silver, you might want to change up the glitter. But anyway, I'm just gonna take this one called Catnap, and I'm taking my not Real Techniques Wet and Wild lid brush, and like just look how it's so creamy. I just like how creamy they are. Take this and put it all over. Oh, almost dropped my phone. Put it all over the lid. And with these, you don't need no glitter glue. You don't need to put on anything before. Like they just stick, and once they're on there, they're on there. They're not gonna go anywhere. This one's called Alchemy. Yeah. And it's just more like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just more like a light bronze with some silver in it. It just, when you put this on top of the Catnap, it just looks so nice. If you get any of the glitter messy or whatever, just take the same angle brush you used and clean up that black. Okay, now this next step, again, optional. But since I'm not going to be wearing false lashes, and you can either do it now. If you're comfortable doing a wing, I recommend doing a wing. I just think it looks better. And I think this option is just very more natural. I'm taking the same black shadow that we put in the outer corner, but I'm going to take a very thin Real Techniques brush, and we're just going to, we're just going to smudge our upper lash line very lightly, basically just outlining your lashes. This is going to help them look longer and more defined when you put mascara on. Finish my face, and then do the lower lash line and mascara and all that stuff. You definitely want to moisturize your face. I'm just using, what's this called? Simple moisturizer. And just hydrate your skin really well. So once I got my moisturizer on, you gotta prime. We're gonna use the NYX Angel Veil. Now, foundation. I'm debating what foundation to use. If you don't like using foundation, you don't want to feel heavy. You know what I mean? And also, if you don't want to wear foundation, I recommend going for a BB cream. Still the same feeling, just like light coverage. Thermal Lasting Finish 25-hour wear foundation. I'm probably gonna go for this one because this one is the most light, But if you do want to go more full coverage, definitely use the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation. This is very full coverage though, so if you don't want like to look like you're wearing makeup, I wouldn't recommend this one. By the way, I'm just using the Real Techniques sponge to blend this all out. I'm gonna go for the Maybelline Better Skin concealer, the same one that we used to prime our lids. So I'm not gonna go for a lot because I know a lot of people don't want to go for a lot. And also sometimes with prom, I feel like less is more because you're gonna be taking a lot of pictures, and when you put a lot of makeup on, again, you're gonna get cakey, and camera, trust me, it picks up on the cakiness. It's a mess. I'm just gonna put that on my chin, down my nose. To set everything. Now I recommend this powder just because with powder there's always the chance of getting flashback, and like you don't want to take that risk, and just this powder, it has no flashback, it's clear. Once you put it on, you're good. So usually I would only set my concealer with this, and I'll set my rest of my face with another powder, but I'm just gonna set my entire face with this because like I said, you don't want to take that risk of getting flashback. And this is the RCMA No Color Baking Powder, and honestly this is only $12 on beautylish.com. that's where I got mine from, and I think it's worth it. I got the Maybelline translucent powder for $10 at Ulta, and it had really bad flashback, like really bad. So for like $2 more, you could get this one and be good. Dunking my beauty sponge in there, damp, and I'm gonna bake under my eyes. And then I'm gonna take my big e.l.f. brush, and I'm gonna dunk it back into the powder and set the rest of my face with this. If you are oily, I recommend baking your whole face because that's just gonna make everything last longer and not come off. But I have very dry skin, so baking my whole face will just be a mess. You don't want that risk. You're gonna be sweating, you're gonna be dancing. You want to make sure it's gonna stay on. So I just set everything. I'm gonna take my Real Techniques little brush and wipe away that bake. I'm sorry, but for contour, I don't have I'm gonna be honest, I just don't have a drugstore contour as bronzer. If you're new to makeup, you're probably gonna be really intimidated to contour, so you might want to just use like a bronzer, just to give you. Now to finish the eyes, we're just gonna do exactly what we did on the crease, reversed. So I'm taking the same crease brush, don't need to use any other brush, go into that orange and just swoop it under your lash line. This doesn't have to be neat at all. I just go in with Cool Cocoa, same brush. I'm going to take this Pixie pencil and put it in my waterline. Pull lightly and just literally swoop that in very lightly. I like to set that with black shadow just so it stays longer. So I'm going to set that with the black shadow. Doing mascaras. But if you are looking for a good mascara for prom, and cheap, I definitely recommend Maybelline ones. My favorite ones are the Falsies Push Up Drama, the Falsies Push Up Angel, the Maybelline regular Falsies. Alright, so now that the mascara is done, I'm going to take the same shadow we put on top of the catnap, and I'm just going to put that on the inner corner. This is the completed eye look. I'm in love with the Milani baked blushes. They're just so pretty. And this one just has a little bit of gold in it, which I think really goes with the makeup look. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Highlighter in Lunch Money. Swirl my finger in there, and look at how pigmented that is. These are amazing. I'm just gonna put it right here. Now we're gonna take the Essence Pure Nude. Essence Pure Nude. ColourPop Nude in Times Square. Now when it comes to lipstick, I think I prefer liquid lipstick just because it's gonna last longer, it's gonna last all night. But I do like the look of gloss, so you could put gloss over this. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Off, we're gonna put on some gloss. Favorite gloss ever. Like, look how much it's running out just because I use it so much. This is ColourPop in Tight Fit. Forgot the final step, and this is probably one of the most important steps. You want to just set everything to make sure it's gonna stay on. Now you could use the NYX setting spray, but I ran out of mine, so I'm gonna have to use my Urban Decay one. And this is the completed look. I hope you like it. I was way too lazy to do my hair, so I just put it back. But anyway, so I hope this helps you get some inspiration for your own prom. And please subscribe and like this video for more.